When do we start recording?
We're recording. We're always recording.
Oh, okay.
You weren't recording before. Welcome to the Catherine and Trip Show,
Howdy.
a.k.a. Katie Cash and
Trip.
Trips Picks. This is so awkward.
So we finally got rid of the two losers with their awful picks every week that you guys are subjected to listening to.
They have been doing kind of bad, especially John Kelly, who's not here right now to defend himself.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him. He's running away.
Whole nother state.
Happy Election Day.
Happy Election Day. I haven't seen you. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
This is the first time we're together.
What do you want to talk about?
All show, all season.
Yep.
I've missed you.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, except when you really annoy me in the chat like today. I wanted to stab you.
Well, I get that effect. Well, I can't keep up with the chat. There's 47 messages. You don't check it for 10 minutes, and there's 47 missed messages. I can't keep up. It's too much.
We were
much
supposed
going
to
on.
do this a few weeks ago, but because you missed the chat, that got canceled. So maybe pay attention.
Or maybe pick up and make the phone call like an adult, and we'll talk.
Like,
How'd you do this weekend?
I actually didn't bet this weekend because I was in Brooklyn. Let's talk about this. I was in Brooklyn at a very hipster spot. All I wanted to do was watch football. Like, I wanted to actually live bet this weekend for the first time. I've never live bet. And there was just projectors. And the hipster people that don't care about football kept changing the channels every 5 seconds.
To what?
I didn't get to watch a whole football game the entire time I was
What are they watching? What are they changing the channel to?
First, they had the Bills game on. Then they changed the main TV to the Giants game. Fine. Then they changed it back. Then they put another big one on and put the Bills game back on there and kept the Giants on the other. Then they changed one of the big screens to like the NFL ticket. Cool. Now I get 4 more games. Except people kept coming in and asking for different things, and they kept rotating what those 4 games were, like every 5 minutes.
Your typical liberal kind of snowflake where everybody gets to watch what they want to watch for a little bit, and we're all going to share. We'll have equal time on this show and equal time on this show. And
It was tragic. My friend, Sarah, who I went to visit, she kept looking at me. She's like,
is this Sarah? Is this the girl you made out with, or no? That was a different girl
I mean, oh,
from the show.
I didn't mean that's
No?
Tori. I kissed
Okay,
her.
Tori, right? Okay, just checking.
No, but she could see my face. I'm like, all I wanted to do was watch football, but I'm going to, next time, we go to an actual sports bar
You can't
with
go
a
to Brooklyn.
million TVs.
We went to a Yankee game, and then we were going to my buddy's house over in Brooklyn. Stopped by a bar, and they had this huge. I thought it was a TV behind the bar. It had a frame around it. It looked like every other bar you've ever been into. So I said to the guy, "Hey, could you put the last 2 innings of the Yankee game on for us?" And he goes, "On what?" I said, "The TV." He goes, "That's not a TV." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It's a mirror." I said, "It's a shitty mirror." It does. He goes, "Yeah." We don't want people staring at themselves and fixing themselves. We just want people to kind of converse. And I was like, so you have this
hate them.
gigantic not mirror thing that looks like a TV behind the bar. He's like, yeah. I said, I can't be the only one that. He goes, no, someone asks us once a day. I said, why not just put a fucking TV in here?
I don't get the whole non-TV thing.
It's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn, baby.
Stupid. How'd
Hipster
you do
things.
this weekend?
First Down Dawgs.
Not great. So going over it, I've had 3 down weeks in a row. Not awful, not horrendous, not like a Kurt weekend, but 3 bad weeks in a row, and it's because the public is winning. And whenever the public side wins or the favorites win, I do poorly.
Because you hate to go with that.
Correct. So I do have a couple stats that back me up here with the favorites, which is like unheard of.
Let's talk about it.
Favorites this week were 13-1 straight up and 10-4 against the spread. They're 46, 26-1 for 64% over the last couple weeks. 38, 22-1 in October. The biggest favorites month since 2017, and the biggest favorites October since the wild card era began. Favorites.
Wait, so
the whole time.
I have a question for this because we always talk about we're in week 10 right now, just finished week 9. We always talk about how the first 5 to 6 weeks are so hard.
So easy.
Oh, God, I hate when you say that. The other 3 people on the show feel that it's so hard. Do you think this was the week 9, where things actually go the way Vegas is thinking it's going to go? Like, it's finally hitting? There's no surprises?
No,
I think
Vegas is, the last 3 weeks, Vegas is taking a bath. Whenever the public wins or whenever a favorite wins, Vegas hurts. Because the public usually they gear more towards a favorite. So if it's the Chiefs -6 or 8, you have a lot of bettors that don't understand, that just say, oh, the Chiefs, and they're not understanding that number. So you have those people are always going to bet the favorite because they're the better team. Then you have people that just want to bet that team, and they're the favorite. And a team like when Notre Dame plays or the Yankees play, that line is always skewed at least a point, maybe a point and a half, because of the popularity of the team. So like a Notre Dame, those spreads are really never in your favor. If you're a Notre Dame fan, you want to bet against them.
Wait, so are you saying the favorites went 13-1,
Yeah.
or the favorites covered the spread 13-1?
The favorites went 13-1 straight up. They covered the spread in 10 out of 14 games, so 10-4
Okay, still.
against the spread.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
And it's not great for my bank account, but it's great.
Well, maybe you should have went with the favorites.
You're right. I absolutely should have.
You like the dogs.
I do. I like the dogs. I think the NFL. I think it's an underdog league. I think the unders and the dogs have won every year.
Let's talk about the 7 dogs at the bottom of the standings.
Okay.
2-7. The Browns, Carolina, Jags, Raiders, Saints, Pats, Giants.
Dolphins.
Dolphins are 2-6, but I have that. Dolphins
Okay.
and Tennessee are 2-6.
2-6, right?
Because they had a bye week. Those 2 teams. I maybe Miami. Besides the fact that I guess Miami and the Pats have to play each other. I don't know off the top of my head these other teams. But who makes it out alive of this?
Nobody. And the thing that they all have in common, quarterback play. Other than the Dolphins and the Jags, Dolphins have 2, but obviously they're 2-6 because he was hurt.
Yeah.
But the Jaguars have Trevor Lawrence, who has never, ever lived up to his hype. But every other team there has a terrible quarterback. And that's what it is. The Giants have no hope. They're fucking awful. Did you see Daniel Jones?
Giants are
1 touchdown
bad.
in 3 years at home?
No, 2. That stat is crazy. 2 touchdowns at MetLife, and the Chiefs have won 2 Super Bowls
right.
in that time period. Wait, the craziest thing is the last one that they're talking about is January 1, 2023. That's almost 2 years to this date right now ago.
Yeah.
Like 2 months shy.
Definitely worth $40 million they're paying him.
That's bananas.
Yeah, they're terrible. Raiders, terrible. They don't have a quarterback. Gardner Minshew gets benched every fucking week.
He got benched again this week.
Yeah, every week they just trot him out there. He does poorly, and they bench him. It's like, what are we doing? Try something different, man.
And I like him.
He's very cool, dude.
They don't have a good team.
Well, that's why they're 2-6, yeah. That's why they had an interim coach because they fired the coach last year. Dennis Allen with the Saints is about to get fired any day now. He's one of the worst coaches in the history of the game.
He did get fired.
Dennis Allen?
The coach just got fired this weekend.
Oh, I didn't see that he got fired yet. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Good to know. It was
If he was the coach
only a matter of time, yeah. Dennis Allen.
3 days ago, he got fired.
Did not see that. All right, what do we got this week?
You want to talk picks?
I want to talk picks.
All right.
I know we got the clock ticking.
Stop looking at the
Sorry.
clock.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll go first. Ladies first. Oh God, it's crazy. I got burned on this twice already, and I can't believe I'm doing it a 3rd time, but I guess this is who I am as a person. So if I get burned by London a 3rd time, I will learn my lesson. Giants, Panthers in London, 9:30 on Sunday. I'm taking the under 41.
Germany.
Oh, Germany. Munich.
Yeah.
Shit, you're right. All right, damn. Germany, don't burn me. I'm turning a new leaf, new country. Okay. Giants, Panthers in London, under 41. I mean, in Munich, under 41.5. They're horrible.
Terrible.
If they score over 41.5 points, I will not pick an under the rest of the season.
Sending those 2 teams over to Germany is asking for World War III. You cannot send those two teams to Germany and say, here's American football. You're going to set back Germany-American relations years.
Wait, so this is really funny because I went to the Jets game in London.
Yeah.
We talked about it on a show. You weren't here. And it was true. I said to them, like, whatever they're trying to do in London to get NFL fans, I see it. There was a lot of British people there that were rooting for either team or a different team, had a jersey on, but British from there.
Brand new jersey.
They've adapted.
Given by the league?
No, I saw many throwbacks.
Okay.
But they're doing that. But at least you have, like, Aaron Rodgers on the Jets is a known name. You have Justin Jefferson on the Vikings that people want to see.
Best receiver
You're
in the league.
You're sending the freaking Giants and the Panthers, two of the worst teams in the league, to freaking Germany for the first time? Or did they play there last year?
They played in Germany was the game. If you remember, they the whole crowd sang country, fucking West Virginia, the John Denver song.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. So
very cool,
year?
very cool movement, very cool moment rather to watch that like transpire. But other than that, like I actually feel bad for the German fans.
I feel bad for them too, and anyone flying there for it. That's awful. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm taking the under 41.5. Usually international games go under.
Yeah.
They haven't twice. I'm due.
I like it. That's an awful game to watch, to have to root for because you have money on it. That's one, like, it'll be a game that I'm just not even gonna put money on because I'm not gonna get up early and watch that because that is god awful football. It's horrendous.
It'd be better if it was Toy Story, at least.
Oh, that'd be awesome. They didn't do that this year. That was the coolest thing ever. Bring back Toy Story. Bring back Booger doing Toy Story. He was fucking cool. All right, I'm going to go with the doggies. I got the Texans +4 at home versus the Lions. The Lions are playing back-to-back games for the first time this year, back-to-back away games, rather. Houston played on Thursday night. They got an extra couple days of rest. It's like that mini bye. The Lions played recently, had a really fucking hard game against divisional game against the Packers. The Lions have no pass rush. I'm taking the Texans +4 at home.
The Lions are still doing good without Hutcherson.
They're doing very good, but they don't have a pass rush.
All right.
Give me the dog.
I like
home
CJ.
Dog. CJ's been, I mean, a little inconsistent this year, but he's a very good quarterback. But a home dog in a game that they have to win because that's getting real tight in the AFC on the top.
Yeah.
I think it's a good bet.
It's scary, but it's a really good game. I hope it's as good as a game as it should be.
And I think that's 4 points.
There's a lot of good games this week. Second pick. All right. Vikings at Jags. I'm taking +4.5 Jags. Here's why. Vikings have only beat one team by more than 4.5 points, and that was in week 1 versus the Giants on the road. The Jags have only lost one game by more than 4.5 points at home this season, and that was in week 2 to the Browns. I'm going with the stats right now. The Jags should cover +4.5. We'll see if Lawrence does anything.
I love it. Jags covered 3 straight games, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. Minnesota's trending the other way. They dropped 2 of their last 3. And finally, Sam Darnold is their fucking quarterback. That's it. Sam Darnold. He's going to regress. I've said it 1,000 times on the show. Play to the back of your baseball card. He's going to regress to the mean. He's going to be who he is. I love that pick. I was going to take that. I'm not going to. My second pick, I'm going to give me Denver +9 over Kansas City. Kansas City does nothing but play tight games.
It's home in Kansas City?
Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
They have 5 wins by an average of 5 points. They only blew out the 49ers because everybody on the team was hurt, and the Saints because the Saints are awful. Denver's defense, outside of the Ravens this week, has looked great. 9 points in a divisional game. On a Kansas City's got a short week. I'm taking Denver +9.
I like that. It just scares me because whenever Kansas City plays at home, the refs are. I mean, there's literally no ref for the other team. It's not fun to watch. It's very frustrating.
It is what it is. But
it is.
Jordan got the calls. Brady got the calls. Mahomes is getting them now. That's the way it goes.
You're right.
Jeter got the calls when he was up at bat. He got every one of those high pitches where he would, lean over the plate. The GOATs get the calls. What do you got? What's your third?
My third, which is, first fun fact about Derrick Henry going bananas, okay, for Baltimore. Has rushed for over 1,000 yards already. It's only 9 weeks. Breaking crazy records, whatever. Leads the NFL in every single rushing stat that there is, category. Hasn't been done since 1963. Insane. And yet, I'm going to take Cincy plus 6.5. Burrow coming off a career high, 5 touchdowns. Finally got it to other people besides Chase. They spread the ball around. They ran the ball. Their defense stepped up a bit finally. I know they played the Raiders, but 5 sacks made Minshew come out of the game. Ravens are sometimes made-offs. Since he lost the last time they played in overtime, I'm taking Cincy plus 6.5.
I like it. Ravens coming off a gigantic win where they blow a team out, right back down. Special division game. I won big. It was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I took them on the show. The last time I was on the show, I took the Browns, and they actually covered against the Ravens. It was the biggest win I had all weekend, and it was for the same thing. They had just come off a huge win, back playing a divisional opponent, and the Browns kept it close. I love the pick. Good pick.
I love when you agree with me. It makes me so
It's
happy.
rare. It is rare.
I know. That's why I like it.
Now I got a couple picks I still like. I mean, I love that Jags, but I'm not going to take them.
Scared to have the same pick as me?
I am petrified. Don't ever want to do that. All right, I'm going to take the only favorite I liked all week. Looking at the board, I'm going to take the 49ers at 6.5 over Tampa Bay.
Damn, that's scary.
Tampa Bay's coming off a short week. They just played last night. 49ers are coming off a bye. They're getting healthy. McCaffrey might play. Even if he doesn't play, I still love it. Tampa Bay's very good. I fucking love Baker. Baker is the quarterback that you want on your team. He's that kind of blue-collar guy. He's fiery. He'll grab his crotch. He'll give you the finger across the field. That's the quarterback you want. You want the guy. You don't want the guy who's going to give you the vanilla answers and be boring in the press conference. You want a fiery guy. Like Brady was a fiery guy. Brady was a quarterback that you despise to play against. You fucking hate him. But if he's on your team, you absolutely love the guy and you worship him. Baker's kind of similar. Difference is Baker's not going to win you every game. There's going to be games where he has some bad games. He needs to get picked up. I think the Bucs are good enough to pick him up. I just don't think this is the week, no, because they have their weapons are all hurt, and they have Todd Bowles.
Home or away? Niners.
They're not Tampa Bay's home.
They're playing in Tampa Bay.
So the Todd Bowles teams are 0-5 while facing a team coming off a bye. 0-5 against the spread. So Todd Bowles does not adjust when teams have extra time to prepare for his defense. So he runs all those exotic blitzes all the time. You're going to give Mike Shanahan an extra couple days, an extra week essentially to prepare for that. So I love the Niners minus 6.5. I think it's the only fucking favorite I like this week. And it's because he had more time to prepare.
I like the Niners. I'm a fan, obviously. I still like them.
And I think if McCaffrey plays, if he's not dead. I mean,
What's up with that?
2 weeks ago, they were talking about him never playing football ever again.
I know. Wait, and now he might play?
Because he comes off the IR this week. Okay. So he's eligible for the first week, and they're going to see how practice goes this week because he had all last week off because of the bye. And now they're going to see how he goes.
I hope he gets back. He's too good not to play ever again.
No, he's fucking...
That would be an injustice to the sport.
I trust in the coaching staff that they're not going to try to force feed him, which you'd be worried about. Like, oh, you got the stud back. You're going to try to get him involved super early. Yeah. I think they'll fold him in, ease him in a little bit, just the way they're supposed to do. And you're also going to increase Purdy's confidence, knowing that he has his ultimate check down there, that he can look to his deep right if it's not there. He knows that he can check it down, and he's still going to get a couple yards. It's not going to be a tackle for a loss. No.
First Down Dawgs.
That's
Hate
it.
that thing. We didn't get to talk about Jaden Daniels.
Can't talk about football.
Ugh. Boring.
So, election night.
I'm not. Say?
I'm not.
You gonna give stats?
I am gonna give.
Wait,
stats.
let's tell the people. What's that thing called? Kalshi.
Who?
Does anybody listening know about Kalshi? The place that John K.
Oh
said.
yeah,
You can bet on the election. which is wild. And there's prop bets.
So speaking of which, you can bet on the election in most sites, but it's basically just like who's going to win. Whereas this one's got a whole bunch of props.
Do you know some of them?
I know, but I do know some historical data when it comes to betting on the elections, and that Vegas is hitting at a 77% predicting the winner of elections, not just presidential, of elections in general. And in the last 11 presidential elections, only Trump's win in 2026 was the only time the Vegas underdog won.
Wow.
So Vegas is a better predictor than any of these polls out there, any of these exit surveys or whatever. Vegas is the way to go. Always trust the money. Follow the money. Figure out who the guys are betting on. That's who your win is going to be.
Interesting.
I think it's wild that you have.
I think it's funny that Vegas even looks at it. I can't.
They do the Oscars. They do the Emmys.
I know that. So we talked about the Oscars before.
That's what you ever get into Oscars betting? Holy shit, that's crazy.
No, because I feel like, and we were talking about this with the props for in this situation, like the election is, it's kind of like a gamble. It's a free for all. You just pick what you think it's more fun than anything because there's no stats on it. Like we come here with, statistics in regards to like favorites of who's winning the game and what they should do next and stuff like that. This, besides that you just gave, but prop bets on the election,
prop bet, like those are just
we know nothing. It's just for fun. You throw it out there.
I think it's
funny.
I think it's awesome to do that. I love betting. Like with the Oscars, you just go for who's the most minority in the category, and they're probably going to win. Whether it's they're gay, they're lesbian, they're straight, they're trans, they're black, they're white, they're green, they're purple. That's where the awards have been going the last couple of years. So I think I got the Oscars figured out. We're gonna make some money on it this year. Come February, we'll make all the money on the Oscars. We'll dump it on the Super Bowl.
Have you bet the Oscars before?
Yes. Huh. No, I mean there was the site I was using. I think it was capped at like $200 was the max bet you could put in. But I bet like a couple of long shots on best director, things like that. Didn't win because the favorites are always minus 250, minus 300, and then the other ones. Because you kind of have an idea going into it who's going to win. There's very few surprises, I want to say. Meryl Streep's going to be nominated. She's probably not going to win.
Are the odds, though, like for the plus whatever, are they good payouts? Like, is there any like plus 800?
No. Oh, there is, but it's never going to happen.
It's like the biggest long shot.
Yeah. So you get like the one that was kind of, we throw them a bone and we let them in the category, or we're going to just nominate them because the director's a great guy in Hollywood.
Gotcha.
Those are the plus 1,000. Like those never win ever.
So it's not a lot of money to be made there. Can you do a parlay on them?
I would imagine you could parlay all the big ones. Actor.
Then you get
actress.
a little bit more money out of it.
Absolutely. And you get maybe you pick the one movie to sweep all the categories. That would be like a fucking huge payout. Like director, best picture, best actor, best actress.
It's got to be something good like another.
Despicable Me 4.
Avatar. Oh, I can't wait for Despicable Me 4.
It's on streaming.
It's already out?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I saw Venom, though.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. It was sad.
Sad.
The end is
The second one was terrible.
Okay, well, it's for entertainment. It's not to win awards.
It was still terrible.
I liked it because of Tom Hardy.
What else you got? Because I have an entire offensive team out of former U.S. presidents.
No, we're not doing it. We're ending the show here. That's it for this week.
You don't want to talk about Nancy Reagan being head
No,
cheerleader?
bye.
The
What
throat
is
goat?
it? Take it deep. First Down Dawgs.
Can we leave the whole team?
I do.
I hate him for
You want to
that.
rattle it off real quick?
Dwight D. Eisenhower was playing quarterback. He was a running back and a linebacker for Army. He coached football at Army bases. The guy's a hell of a leader. He's a general. Starting tailback, Ronald Reagan. Win one for the Gipper. Right? Fucking guy was fucking in one of the greatest movies ever. Fullback, Teddy Roosevelt. Why?
Why does he know anything about this?
What do you mean why? The guy's a fucking monster.
It's huge.
No, he's just a crazy fucking lunatic. The dude volunteered to go to war multiple times.
Didn't he have a bad leg?
He had a bad everything. He was a real sick child. And then he grew up, and because he was so sickly as a kid, that he just became this crazy outdoorsman. It was like, I'm going to do everything as an adult that I was never allowed to do as a kid. He gave a speech, got shot in the chest, and finished the speech because he had like a book in his breast pocket.
Pack of cigarettes.
And it blocked the
and
bullet.
the book, and there was like a little metal thing, like a pocket watch or something like that blocked the bullet. Finished the speech, then went to the hospital.
I feel like that's in a movie.
The
but
dude,
not.
when he stopped becoming, like when he was out of office, I think it was he went to the Amazon to just go explore the Amazon. That's what the dude did.
This is who you're putting in as fullback.
Fullback.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, who's
What's
the
a
rest
fullback? A crazy motherfucker that's just gonna smash people, and he doesn't have to think much.
All right,
Who's the
quick,
rest of
rattle
the
off the
team?
rest.
All right. Tight end is Abraham Lincoln. Nice, tall, gonna be great in the seam. Right. The only drawback with Lincoln, when he's over the middle, he can't really take a good shot, so he might not be great. Wide receiver 1, Donald Trump.
Come on.
You need a diva wide receiver, right?
That's-
Is there a bigger diva than him?
You're right. You're right.
What is Trump's favorite meal?
I don't know.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Right.
Remind you of maybe Chad Ochocinco, who used to eat McDonald's for every game. Bang, wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 2, Barack Obama,
Okay. Athletic.
because you know. My left tackle is William Taft.
I don't even know what William Taft looks like.
He was 332 pounds. He's the biggest president that we've ever had. Left guard, Andrew Jackson. Not big guy, but a crazy motherfucker, right? This dude was crazy. He was scrappy.
Put so
And-
much effort into this.
So much. How does
And
he know all
if
of
this
it?
team plays like Kansas City or Washington, he's going to have a great game.
You're
at-
smarter than you look.
At center, we have Gerald Ford.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Gerald Ford played center for Michigan. He won 2 national championships at Michigan while playing center. He's the fucking center. Right guard, we're going to go with Lyndon Johnson. I don't know if you know anything about Lyndon Johnson.
No.
His nickname was Jumbo.
All right.
My right tackle is Grover Cleveland. 260 pounds. This big dude, he's playing right tackle. He's solidify that right side. For
Running back.
what? My tailback, Ronald Reagan and Teddy Roosevelt. I'm running a fullback, straight eye.
Straight on formation.
So we have, we talked about, we're going to have Janet Reno is going to be a guest. She's going to be the Cletus, the Fox robot. She's going to intro the game. We'll have Nancy Reagan, head cheerleader. Do you know anything about Nancy Reagan?
Go ahead. Tell me. Tell the people.
She's the throat goat.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. It's well documented. Like, she was the best in Hollywood at the time, whatever.
This will be amazing if this makes it.
Yeah. Oh, he's not gonna put. He's gonna tell you to delete this right away.
This is bloopers for sure.
And then the final thing I have is, like, you know how all the videos that hit social media now have, like, the end of the game, you put the kid in and he runs and everyone pretends to try and tackle him and he goes, he scores a touchdown. Well, that's gonna be FDR. We're gonna throw him in the wheelchair and then we'll call one last play for him.
Who's
Yeah.
the coach?
See, I don't have a coach yet.
Clinton?
No, you can't trust that guy.
Oh, Clinton.
He's gonna be with Nancy Reagan over on the side. Like, no way.
In the party VIP box.
Yeah, I don't have the only coach I could think of was Washington. Like,
Oh, yeah,
First guy.
Washington.
yeah, I wanted to make him quarterback, but he's a little too small. So I want Eisenhower, who's the fucking, he's the man.
Washington makes way more sense.
Washington does make sense.
Yeah,
Good team.
I mean, it's unbelievable. The only like first guy coming off the bench would probably be like maybe Kennedy.
Okay.
But then again, Kennedy was also had health problems, way too many health problems.
He can bring his whole family though.
Yeah, but I mean, the dude almost died multiple times just based because of his health. Like,
It's true.
so I can't have someone weak like that. You know, it's guy's gonna be injured. He's gonna be like Andrew Luck, and he's gonna retire early as fuck. Like, he didn't even finish his presidency.